All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig on a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video as we give letter grades to the 10 free agent signings thus far in Ninerland. That's coming up next. But first, we are brought to you by Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Check them out in Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week in both spots from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. Go get the brisket chili. Go say hi to Damon, say hi to Mary. Get some brisket. Tell them that Larry Krueger sent you. All right. We're also brought to you by MarinAutoglass.com, Underdog Fantasy, and Sharp Corners Sports Cards and Collectibles, 205 Cypress Avenue in Pacific Grove. Call Anthony Catania at 831-521-5264. How would we grade out the 10 free agents the 49ers have signed thus far? I'm going to give a wide array of grades here, and my grades are just my first thoughts after doing some research on them, what they were given contractually, what they've contributed as football players in their career thus far, where they are, what they're likely to contribute to the Niners. I put that all into one formula, and I came up with a letter grade. So let's run it down. We're going to start with Malik Collins. Malik Collins, I like a lot. I gave that one a B plus. Why? Because Malik Collins is enormously strong. He's improved his pass rush significantly. So I think he's a force against both the run and the pass. I just think that his best football is coming. So I think this is kind of a little bit of a projection. I think he's a better player today when he was coming out than he was when he was coming out of Nebraska. So I like Collins. I think Collins is going to be a good pass rusher. I think he should be able to give them a little bit against the run as well. So I give that a B plus. B plus signing Malik Collins, getting him away from his team, the Houston Texans, and plugging him in for Eric Armstead. I'll give that a B plus. I like the maneuver. All right, let's go to Jordan Elliott. I love Jordan Elliott. So I gave this one an A minus. Now, why? Well, he was 6th overall as far as all defensive tackles last year against the run. He's cheap. He's young. He's healthy. He's got clearly his best football all lies ahead. I think he can do it as a pass rusher. I think he can do it as a run defender. I think this was one of the major steals of the free agent market. This is a much better player than I think most people realize. This guy played in the wide 9 last year. He's 310 pounds. He can really move his feet. He was excellent against the run, anchoring. I like Jordan Elliott. So I'm going to give that an A minus. I think Jordan Elliott is a tremendous addition there. All right, let's jump to Leonard Floyd. I think Leonard Floyd is an awesome addition. I gave that one an A minus as well. The only thing that I don't like about Floyd is he's maybe 2 or 3 years past where I would give it an A grade. But I mean, this guy is absolutely a proven producer as a pass rusher. He comes flying off the edge. He's played in different schemes. He's been successful in different schemes. He's a double-digit sack guy. He's an upgrade from Gregory. He's an upgrade from Chase Young. I like Leonard Floyd a lot. I think he's a difference maker as a pass rusher, and I love his ability to chase from behind in the run game. So I'm going to give that one an A minus. I love Leonard Floyd. All right, let's go to Yetur Gross-Matos. Gross-Matos is interesting. He's huge, right? He's 6'6", he's 270. There's a lot to like with Yetur Gross-Matos, but it's all an upside play. I gave this one a C plus just because there's not a lot of production there, and he's had this awesome frame going back to Penn State, and he just hasn't been able to really unlock the gifts that he possesses as a pass rusher. So I have hope that he can do it, but he hasn't done it thus far. And the Niners signed him to produce, and I don't know that they're going to get production out of him. So I said C plus grade for Yetur Gross-Matos. I like the potential, but on the production, I can't go more than a C plus. Just a middle of the road type free agent signing. All right, let's jump to Devondre Campbell. I gave this one a C. I thought Devondre Campbell has already played his best football. I think I would have rather have filled this spot in the draft than in free agency. I think the 49ers picked on Campbell a little bit in the playoffs. I think teams, can pick on Campbell as a pass coverage player. So much of playing inside backer is about being able to play pass coverage right now. So I gave him a C. I mean, I like the fact that he's fired up to beat his former team. He's not old. He ran in the 4.5s coming out of Minnesota in college. But, he's played a few years. He's a little bit of a liability in coverage at this point. I think there were better options available in the draft that were going to be cheaper. So I'm going to give that signing overall a C. I'm also going to give the Chase Lucas signing a C. Chase Lucas is, special teamer at best. To me, if he blocks Luter or Womack from being on the final roster, that's a huge negative. I don't see Lucas as being strong enough or capable enough to be a starting corner from scrimmage. So I see him only as a special team type player. And in free agency, I mean, you can get special teams players in the draft every day, all day, and after the draft. So spend any free agent money on Chase Lucas. That was disappointing. I'd give that move a C. All right, let's go to Brandon Parker, the offensive tackle who comes over. I give this a C minus. This guy's been around the league. He's not he's got long arms, but if he was any good, he'd be locked up by now, to a long-term deal. He's a replacement level player. He's going to, as I said, he's got some long arms. That's his gift as a pass protector. But there's just huge inconsistency in his game. He's floated around. He's not assignment proven. He's got the frame, 6'8", super long arms, but kind of like Matt Pryor a year ago. I think if you played him, you'd regret that you did. So I'm going to say C minus for Brandon Parker. Isaac Yiadom, the corner from Boston College, who was in Denver and then came from New Orleans. I'm giving this an A minus. I like this signing. This guy can play. He can cover. He's got length. He's got athleticism. He's got smarts. He's got motivation. He was well coached at Boston College. I think he's gotten better since he's come into the league. He's coming off a really good year. I like Yiadom. I think Yiadom's a serviceable NFL corner. You could use him as a starter, as a backup. I think Yiadom is going to step in and play well. I think that's really kind of a sleeper pickup. So I gave him an A minus. And let's get down to the final two. Ezekiel Turner, special team linebacker. Once again, I think you could get a special team linebacker of note that's probably better and cheaper in the draft. So I'm going to give him a C. I'm sure overall he's probably a serviceable player on special teams, but he doesn't. To me, I'd rather go younger and fresher and somebody who's knows only your culture and is coming out of the college game and is healthier and cheaper. So I gave the Ezekiel Turner signing a C. And that gets us to Joshua Dobbs, the quarterback. Dobbs was awful last year for Minnesota against Chicago, but he was great earlier in the year against the Niners at Levi's. I thought he was terrific the week before against the Cowboys. Dobbs is really smart, really athletic. And is a serviceable backup quarterback, and he's a veteran, and it enables you to use another draft choice on a real need and not a rookie backup quarterback trying to fill a roster spot. So I like it. I'm going to give it a solid B for Josh Dobbs. So there you have it. Those are my grades. I gave Malik Collins a B plus, Jordan Elliott an A minus, Leonard Floyd an A minus, Yatir Gross-Matos a C plus, Devondre Campbell a C, Chase Lucas a C, Isaac Yiadom an A minus, Brandon Parker a C to C minus, Ezekiel Turner a C, and Josh Dobbs a B. So if you said to me, are there moves that you really like? Yeah, I really like Jordan Elliott, Leonard Floyd, Isaac Yiadom. and I kind of like Malik Collins and Josh Dobbs. As far as the other guys, Ezekiel Turner, Brandon Parker, Chase Lucas, Devondre Campbell, Yatir Gross Matos. I like Matos the best of that group, but it's not an overwhelming group. But I do think Jordan Elliott is going to be a steal. I do think Leonard Floyd is going to be an absolute steal, and I think Yadam is going to be a nice contributor to the Niners secondary. All right, those are the grades, and now a word from our sponsor, Aura. Have you ever typed your name on the internet and seen all of your private information is online? Are you tired of receiving tons of spam calls from random numbers? Are you receiving more and more of these as time has gone on? Well, that's where Aura, the sponsor of today's show, can really help you out. Data brokers sell your information to scammers and spammers and anyone else who may want to target you. Your full name, your email, your home address, all your records, your health records, who your relatives are. It's all out there. That's why I've been using Aura. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it also protects me from hackers who could use the information to help them access my social media accounts, my bank accounts, or any other sensitive information. Aura also does so much more to protect me and my family from online threats I can't see. I get other features like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft insurance, and more without having to download several different apps. It's really easy to set up. And best of all, I get everything at one affordable price. I value my privacy and I value yours. You can go to the link in the description to start your 2-week free trial. Thanks to Aura for sponsoring this video. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of The Krug Show. Thanks to all you guys for supporting The Krug Show on YouTube.